Good evening to everybody to the PGLCET 2022. Karibu sana. Welcome to the class online. And today that I am going to deal the jurisprudence MCQ. Yes, anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen. Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen.
Good evening to the aspirants of the PGLCET 2022 Osmania University Jurisprudence 50 MCQ, Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain.
Very good, very good. Without wasting the time, now let us go to our questions. Be ready to shoot. That is the PGLCET 2022 conducted by the University College of Law, Osmania University, Hyderabad, Jurisprudence MCQ. Multiple choice questions. Number first question. Who invented law? Option A, King Hammuraji. B, Nammu. C, King Hammurabi. D, King Hammurabi. Yes. What is the correct answer? Who invented law? A, B, C, D. I read that just now, which I shared on the screen also. Shoot, even though it is wrong, there is no negative marks. Answer is?
B.
Repeat.
B.
It is a Nammu. Nammu is the right answer. If you happen to see the here by the 22nd century BC, the ancient Sumerian ruler Nammu had formulated the first law code, which consists of the casuistic statement: if ... then ... Do you know what is three dots are called? In horizontal,
No, sir.
three dots.
No, sir.
Yes, the three dots are called because they're missing. The other thing is not necessary. There is a missing one called represented by three dots, that to be horizontal way. It is called ellipsis. 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 It is called. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us go to the second question. Yeah. Who developed the Babylonian law? By codifying and inscribing it in stone. A, King Hammurabi. B, King Hammuraji. C, King Hammurabi. D, King Hammurani.
Option C, King Hammurabi.
Wrong. No, it is right. And the answer is King Hammurabi is the developed Babylonian law by codifying and inscribing it in stone. The feedback, if you want to see it, around 1760 BC, King Hammurabi further developed the Babylonian law by codifying and inscribing it in stone. In stone. That is the thing. Okay, next, third question. Anyone can unmute and read the third question? Anyone can unmute and read the third question?
Who is the father of jurisprudence? Ango Grotius, Jeremy Bentham, Jane Austen, Thomas Hobbes.
Shoot.
Option A, Hugo Grotius.
Wrong. Second option.
Option B, Jeremy Bentham.
Option B, Jeremy Bentham is the right answer for the question, third question. Jeremy Bentham is the right answer. Yesterday, nobody has taken the screenshot and sent me. At least when the members are more, please take the screenshot. Either you post in the group or you post my individual WhatsApp. Okay, now let us go to the feedback. Bentham. Bentham is known as the father of the jurisprudence. Austin took his work further later on. And then number fourth question. Anyone can unmute and read fourth question? Anyone can unmute and read?
The word jurisprudence derives from the A Greek, B Latin, C French, D German.
Option B, Latin.
The answer is B, Latin. The word jurisprudence derived from the Latin language. Now, next comes to the fifth question. I will read it. The word jurisprudence derives from the Latin term jurisprudentia, which means dash, find the odd man out. The study, B, knowledge, C, science of law, D, depth of law. I say odd man out means
Option A.
no, which is not connected is
knowledge.
It's a
option
depth of law.
odd man out.
Okay, okay.
Which
B
is not
knowledge.
connected is odd man out. Other three are connected to the jurisprudentia. A, the study,
Options
B,
C,
knowledge,
science
C.
of law.
Yes, please. Repeat.
Op- Option C, science of law.
The odd man out for the fifth question is D, depth of law. It's not the depth of law. Jurisprudence means the study, the knowledge, the skill, the science of law. Is it clear? Say yes. Say yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, feedback I have given.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Now, jurisprudence commonly means philosophy of law, also we can say, or study of law, knowledge of law, or science of law, or philosophy of law. But the USA, they say philosophy of law. So now let us go to the sixth question. Jurisprudence may be divided into dash branches. 2, A option, B option 3, C option 4, D option 5.
Option C,
Option
4,
B,
sir.
3.
Option B, 3.
Option A,
Can you
sir.
tell me what are the three? Supplementary question. What are the three branches of the jurisprudence?
Modern, traditional.
No. There is a difference is there. These are the
Yeah,
branches
means
which I have given
historical.
now. Is it clear? Let me close this one. Jurisprudence may be divided into three branches: analytical, sociological, and one is wrong here. I put it over there. What are the branches? Seventh question. What are the branches of jurisprudence? Which one is false among the four? One is false among the three are right. They are the branches of jurisprudence. Option A, analytical.
Option
B,
C is
sociological. Let me read first total D, then you can shoot. C, theoretical. D, historical. Now you shoot.
option C. Option C, theoretical.
Yes, which is a false one. There is no
Option
theoretical,
C.
but historical is there. According the branches are concerned. I am speaking branches, not kinds. I say branches.
Yes.
Branches are different, kinds are different. Eighth question. Jurisprudence can be divided into three kinds. See, I told you three kinds. What is the exact sequence? Number A, historical jurisprudence, analytical jurisprudence, ethical jurisprudence. B, analytical jurisprudence, ethical jurisprudence, historical jurisprudence. C, ethical jurisprudence, analytical jurisprudence, historical jurisprudence. D, analytical jurisprudence, historical jurisprudence, ethical jurisprudence. Which sequence is the correct and prompt among the A, B, C, D? These are the three branches.
A, sir.
Kinds.
Historical,
Repeat.
analytic, ethical. Option A, sir.
Wrong.
Option D, sir.
Yes, that is the exact sequence is
Analytical.
analytical jurisprudence, historical
Okay.
jurisprudence, ethical jurisprudence. That is exact. These are the kinds of the jurisprudence. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Appreciate. So here I have given the feedback. Analytical jurisprudence, historical jurisprudence, ethical jurisprudence. Okay, now ninth question. How many theories of law in jurisprudence? See, branches are different, kinds are different, theories of law of jurisprudence is different. How many theories of law in jurisprudence? A,
4, sir.
2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 5. Right
Option
answer
C, sir.
is
4.
3. Right answer is 3. What is that? 3. Here I have given. One does not belong to the theories in the jurisprudence. The 3 theories are belong to it, but one does not belong to the theories of jurisprudence. Option A, positive theory. Option B, natural theory. Option C, Marxist theory. Option D, realistic law theory.
Option
C.
C, sir. Marxist theory.
Wrong. It is belongs to the theories of the jurisprudence. Next option.
Yeah.
Natural theory.
Wrong. It also belongs to the positive theory, also belongs to the
D, sir.
theories of
Realistic.
jurisprudence. Yes.
Realistic law theory, sir. D.
Positive theory, sir. Positive
D,
theory.
sir. Realistic. Realistic law theory,
Very
sir.
relevant. Natural theory, very relevant. Marxist theory, very much relevant. But what is the wrong in a realistic law theory? No, actual
Realistic
answer
law
is 4.
theory.
4 theories are there, not 3. Because realistic will not there. Realist theory, law theory is there. Realist law theory is there, not realistic. That means there are 4 theories are there. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now 11th
Yes, sir.
question. Anyone can unmute and read?
Who is the father of law and literature? Option A, Thomas Hobbes. Option B, Jane Austen. Option C, Hugo Grotius. Option D, Stark. Jane
Father of law
Austen,
and
sir.
literature.
Option B. Option B, Jane Austen.
Wrong.
Then option C is a Hugo Grotius.
No.
Okay. Further.
The public
Thomas
international law.
Hobbes, sir.
Yes.
A, sir. Option A.
Option A.
Option A, Thomas Hobbes.
Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes is the father of the law and literature. What the book the Thomas Hobbes has written? Of course, the next question will come across that point. Okay, now Stark is the public international law, and he author of it. How gracious is a realistic theory, USA. Okay, now 12th question. How many main divisions in school of jurisprudence? I say main divisions in the school. I am speaking about the school of jurisprudence. A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, D, 6.
Option A, sir. 3.
Wrong. Shoot, second option.
Four, sir.
There are 4 main divisions in school of jurisprudence, namely, number 1, the philosophical school, number 2, the analytical, including the comparative school, 3, the historical school, 4, sociological school. There are main 4 schools are there in the jurisprudence. If I ask the sequence, you should be very much relevant. Sequence also sometimes I will ask. Okay. realist school in the dash. Is it in the United Kingdom? B. France. C. United States of America. D. Germany.
UK, sir.
Wrong.
C, sir, United States of America.
It is the United States. Hugo Grotius, he is the propounder of the Grotius theory, if I may not be mistaken. Besides, we have the realist school in the United States. And the 14th question. Anyone can unmute and read?
Hugo Grotius was a dash national and a dash philosopher. Option A, Dutch and Democrat. Option B, Dutch and Republican. Option C, German and Republican. Option D, German and Democrat.
Dutch and Democrat, sir. Option A.
Wrong. Of course, he belongs to the states, but he is a nation of the Dutch.
Yes, sir. Option B, sir.
Option B is the right answer. He is a Dutch and Republican. And which country where the Dutch will be spoken in the Europe?
Switzerland, sir.
Dutch. Netherlands.
Netherlands, okay, sir.
Yeah, because I don't know, because my daughter went over there on the site, on-site job. So that's why they say, Dad, here the people will speak Dutch and very few people will speak English. So now, 15th question.
Yes.
Which is the latest school of jurisprudence?
Sir, I have
Find
one
the
doubt.
Hartman
Shall I
out.
ask?
Yes, sir.
Sir, earlier we discussed father of law is called as Hugos, no?
No. Jeremy Bentham.
The two are different, no, sir?
Yeah, Jeremy Bentham is different. Grotius is different. Grotius is a realistic theory, and he developed. He's a Dutch national, but settled in America.
Earlier we discussed about Hobos, father of law,
Thomas Hobbes.
and
Thomas Hobbes.
Hugos is different.
No, Thomas
Thomas
Hobbes.
Father of
Hobbes and Hugos.
jurisprudence.
Okay.
See,
We
law
discuss
is
about father
different
of jurisprudence.
and jurisprudence is different.
Yes, sir.
Law is different and jurisprudence is different. And again, modern jurisprudence is different. Are you following me?
Why we are discussing about Hugos here, sir? Hugos
Realist theory.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, now 15th question. Which is the latest school of jurisprudence? Find the odd man out. I say latest school. 3 are belongs to the latest school, but 1 is not belong to the latest school. A. Sociological school. B. Historical school. C. Analyst school. D. Philosophical school.
Option B, sir, historical school.
No, it is belong to the modern jurisprudence.
C, sir. Analyst school.
There is no analysis school. Analytical school is there.
Analyst.
Analytical school is there, but no analysis school. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Next
sir.
question. Anyone can unmute and read? Oh, no, I will read it because they're lengthy question. 16th question. The following are the 5 schools of jurisprudence. What is the correct exact sequence? See, the modern school, these are. Earlier school, only 4 schools we studied it. Is it 4? Yes, 4 schools we studied. This is the modern school. This is 5 schools of jurisprudence. What is the correct exact sequence? A. Analytical school, historical school, sociological school, philosophical school, or realist school. B. Analytical school, sociological school, philosophical school, historical school, realist school. C. Analytical school, philosophical school, sociological school, historical school, realist school. D. Analytical school, sociological school, historical school, philosophical school, realist school. Which is the exact answer or correct sequence?
Option A, sir.
Wrong.
Analytical school.
Option C, sir.
Wrong. The sequence is D.
Sir, B.
DOG dog D. Analytical school first, next sociological school, third historical school, fourth philosophical school, and fifth realist school. The latest one, Hugo Gracious, Dutch nations, USA, Republican. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
See,
sir.
here I have given C. Analytical school, sociological school, historical school, philosophical school, and realist school. The 17th question, anyone can unmute and read.
Yeah. What is the primary source of law? One among them is not. Option A, Constitution. Option B, statutes. Option C, regulations. Option D, customs. Answer should be C, sir, regulations.
No. Rules and regulations and constitution and statutes comes under the primary.
Which
Now what is the answer?
primary source of law?
D. Customs.
Customs comes under secondary. Usage, tradition, custom, religious belief, these are all come under the secondary study. So it is not a custom, but a cases is primarily source of law. Cases comes in the primary source, but custom will not come under the primary source. Constitution come primary source, statutes come primary source, regulation come primary source. So primary sources are constitution, statutes, regulations, and cases. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
The next question. Anyone can unmute and read.
Law-making powers are divided among branches of government. Option A, 2. Option B, 3. Option C, 4. Option D, 5.
Option A. 2.
Answer is B, sir, 3.
Answer is, what are they? Three are.
Legislative, administrative, and judicial.
No. You did not say in proper way. There should be proper sequence should be there. Number one. Say number one.
Legislative, sir.
Very good. Legislative. Number two.
Administrative.
No, executive.
Executive.
Executive, okay.
And number three.
Third is judiciary.
Judicial.
Judiciary. That is the
Judiciary.
sequence. When you go for the 5-star hotel, the sequence now, you don't eat the main meal first. What do you eat? What do you sip? What do you do? The first item? When you go
We
for the
eat
5-star hotel,
salads or soup,
Starters.
salads.
starters are there. What are the starters? What are the
Salads and
starters?
soup.
Soup.
Salads and soups.
Soup, mostly the soup. Because when I go to the, of course, with my money, I never go to the 5-star hotel. Because I go as an external examiner, no? So we will give you the 5-star hotel treatment. So mushroom soup is there, very good. Okay, now let us come to the 19th question. Who can make primary source of law? A, only central. B, only state. C, both central and state. D, only central and not state.
Option D, sir.
Run.
Only central and not state.
Who said there are state laws are there? There are state laws
Sir,
are
both
there.
state
In state list.
sir.
Now the answer is?
State list, okay.
Both central.
Both central and
19th
state.
question.
Option C.
Option C.
Option C, sir.
Yes, because these three branches of government where the federal, or we can say central, or the state create the primary source of law. The three branches is, I told you already, legislative, executive, and judiciary. Both the central and in the state also, they will make the laws. Next, 20th question. Whose work is Leviathan? A. Jane Austen. B option, Thomas Hobbes. C. Plato. D. Bodin.
Plato, sir. Option C.
Wrong. The right answer is
Never
B.
heard of
Thomas
this.
Hobbes. The right option is Thomas Hobbes, and he wrote the Leviathan. And the 21st question. Law is a part of the superstructure of the society. Dash said. Who said? A. Max Weber. B. Roscoe Pound. C. Karl Marx. D. Ehrlich.
Option C, sir. Karl Marx.
It's the Karl Marx who said this quotation. I quote, law is a part of the superstructure of the society. I unquote, said by the Karl Marx. Next. Anyone can unmute and read? 22nd question.
Lex injusta non lex is the version of dash. Option A, Kelson's theory. Option B, natural law. Option C, realism. Option D, legal positivism.
It's option B, natural law.
It is the option B, natural law is the right answer for that 22nd question. Next, 23rd question.
Yes, sir.
According to Dash, jurisprudence is a social engineering. Option A, Jeremy Bentham. Option B, Blackstone. Option C, I repeated it, Jeremy Bentham. D, Roscoe Pound.
Option A is Jeremy Bentham.
Jurisprudence is a social engineering said by Roscoe Pound.
Option A, sir. Jeremy Bentham.
No, option D is the right answer. Roscoe Pound, they said jurisprudence is a social engineering.
Okay.
24th question. One of the source of law is dash. Media, precedent, religion, internet. Source of law. Why you are taking so much time? Shoot. Are you hearing me?
Other call. Yes, sir. No audible.
Then why you are not giving the reply?
Sir, option B,
Your
sir.
questions.
Precedent.
Precedent.
Precedent is the source of law, not the media, not the religion, not the internet. Are you following me? We say the
Yes, sir.
custom.
Yes, sir.
25th question. Law is the practice of the courts. Is the theory of dash. A. Legal realism. B. Normative law. C. Option command. D. Option natural law.
Option C, sir. Command.
No.
Is the theory of command.
Hey, legalism, sir.
It is a legal realism. 25th question, right answer is legal realism A. That is the theory of the legal realism. Is the law is the practice of the courts. Then 26th question. According to analyst, jurisprudence is the study of dash. A. Ideal law. B. Concrete law. C. Positive law, D. International law.
Positive law, sir. Option C.
Concrete law, sir. Concrete law
It is
B.
a positive law. Jurisprudence is a positive law. Next, 27th question. In the cases when you are deciding now, they will say obiter dicta. And some cases they say ratio decidendi. So what is obiter dicta means? Option A, by
By
the
the
way. Option B, of the court. Option C, rationally. Option D, none of the above.
by the way, sir. Option A.
Option A, obiter dicta. That is means, by the way, only one case will be decided, but it could not be taken as a ratio decidendi. That is called precedent. No, the case is wind up, or for a special case, we decide it in this manner, but that case should not be used as a precedent. Okay, that's the 28th question. Anyone can unmute and read?
According to Dash, jurisprudence is the observation of things, human and divine, the knowledge of just and unjust. Option A, Julius Stone. Option B, Keaton. Option C, Ulpian. Option D, Holland.
Option D. Holland, sir.
Wrong.
Julius Stone.
Wrong. Wrong.
So C is left.
See, when you are reading, you have to
Ulpian.
read in this style. 28th question. Please, here, listen carefully. 28th question. According to, I quote, jurisprudence is the observation of things, human and divine, the knowledge of just and unjust. I unquote. That is the
Yes,
style of
sir.
reading. So here, the answer is, according to Alpian, the quotation is. Now, next, 29th question. I quote, jurisprudence is the science of the first principle of law. I unquote. Was stated by A. Salmon, B. H. Eliot, D. Roscoe, D. Allen.
Option A, sir. Salmon.
It is a Salmon who said those words. Jurisprudence is the science of the first principle of law. So, 30th question. The process of systematic arrangement of the rules in a single document concerning a particular subject in a way as to avoid the inconsistency and the overlapping is called dash. A. Legislation. B. Option administration. C. Option prescription. D. Option codification.
Option D, sir. Codification.
It is a codification. So they may ask also, they will give part A side legislation, administration, prescription, codification. Part B side, right hand side, they give the explanation in a stumbled manner, and you have to match the following. That also can be asked the question. Yes, anyone can unmute and read 31st question.
Who said law has its source in the journal and common consciousness, Volgest of the people? Option A, Henry Maine. Option B, Savigny.
Savigny.
Option C, Savigny. Option C, Allen. Option D,
Puchta.
Puchta. Never heard about this, sir. I think it should be B, sir. Savigny.
It is just B. Savigny is the person who said this. The source in the general of the common consciousness of the people, the Savigny said. That is the right answer. The B is the right answer for 31st question. 32nd question. A good jurist is supposed to have a fair knowledge of dash, for he is in jurisprudence is usually concerned with dash of human beings. A. Chemist, chemistry and lives, B, astronomy and fate. Of course, it's a regularly written here. C, ethics and earning. D, psychology and state of mind. Which is appropriate
Option
for
D, sir.
the two blanks?
Option D, sir. Psychology
Option
and
D
state
is
of
the
mind.
right answer, because fair knowledge of psychology a person should have, for he is in a jurisprudence usually concerned with the state of mind of the human beings. That is the appropriate answer for 32nd question. That is a D answer. Now let us read the 33 question, which is the easy question. Prudentia means dash. A, skill. B, knowledge. C, skill and knowledge. D, wise.
C, sir. Skill or knowledge.
It's a skill and knowledge, because I already told you there, jurisprudencia. There we discussed. I already told there is also skill there. So now let us go to the 34th question. Personal rights are dash. A, inheritable. B option, uninheritable. C option, inheritable or uninheritable. D option, neither inheritable or uninheritable.
Option D, sir. Uninheritable.
It is uninheritable. That is the option B. B for bag. B for
Yes,
bat.
sir.
B for ball. So that is the answer for the question. 35th question. Yeah, a bit, because it is having the double multiple choice here. So now consider the following types of legislation. A, colonial legislation. B, judicial legislation. C, parliamentary legislation. D, executive legislation. I should number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, doesn't matter. The term subordinate legislation includes A, 1, 2, and 3. This is not A. This is 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now it is correct sequence. So the term
Yeah.
subordinate legislation includes A, 1, 2, and 3. B, 2, 3, and 4. C, 1, 2, and 4. D, 1, 3, and 4. What is meant by subordinate legislation? Includes.
Option D, sir. Option D.
Wrong.
So option C, sir. 1, 2,
Option
4.
C is the right answer. Colonial legislation, judicial legislation, and executive legislation, not the parliamentary legislation. Parliamentary legislation comes in the primary legislation, or we can say principal legislation, not principal legislation means first legislation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the subordinate means secondary legislation. Okay? Yes, 36th
Yes, sir.
question. Assertion A means a statement. A person in possession of a thing is deemed to be the owner of the thing possessed. That is the assertion. And the reason. Possession is a good as ownership. That is the reason. Now I made the A, B, C, D. That is the assertion and the reason. A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B, both A and R true, but R is not correct explanation. C, A is a true, but R is a false. D, A is a false, but R is true. Which one is the
Option
correct
Option
answer?
A, sir.
A are true, both are true, because, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yes. Because possession is 99% ownership. That's the common law principle. If you have the possession of the property, the presumption is there that you are the owner of the property. Because unless until you are merely has taken as a mortgage, In mortgage, interest will not be transferred. Sorry, ownership will not be transferred. Is the interest will be transferred. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. And here the proposition is made. 37th question. Consider the following statements. A, that is, sorry, 1. All citizens are natural persons. 2. All business associations are legal persons. 3. All legal persons are natural persons. Which of the above statement is correct? A, 1 alone. B, 1 and 2. C, option 2 and 3. D, option 1, 2 and 3, 5.
Option B,
1,
sir.
2,
1
3.
and 2.
1, 2, 3, not 5 is not there.
Option is B, sir. 1, 2.
Option D, sir. 1, 2, 3.
Carefully listen, you carefully see.
All
All
legal
citizens,
persons
you
are
know the
natural.
syllogism. You studied in the, I don't know, interpretational statutes, you will study this syllogism, you know. Syllogism or syllogism. SYLOGGISM. In the syllogism, first you will say the broader premises. Next you say the narrow premises. Then you will come to the crux. Like the example which is given over here is, I will give the one example.
1 and 2, sir. B, sir, I think.
No, A is correct. 1 is alone correct. See, Socrates, man is mortal. Do you agree? Man is
No,
mortal.
sir.
Do you agree?
No, sir. Don't agree, sir.
Man is, anyone should have to die. Mortal, not immortal, I say. Mortal, die.
Your voice is not clear, sir.
Man is mortal.
Yeah, everybody has to die.
Everybody should have to die. Any living thing supposed to die. In Arabic, in Quran also it is written, Kullun nafsun zayakhatul maut. Every living
Yes,
body
sir.
should have to taste the death.
Death.
And man is mortal. Socrates is a man. Hence, Socrates is a mortal. This is called syllogism.
Yes, sir.
In the interpretation and the legal methods, you study it. I don't know whether you studied there the syllogism. In the law and reasoning, it will come. In the law and reasoning, it will come. So here also you could use it. All citizens are natural persons. Yes. All business associates are legal persons. Okay. But not all legal persons are natural persons. Not necessary. All business associations are not necessarily legal persons. So the number 1 is correct answer for that 37th question. Now let us see the 38th question. See, I formulated hedonism, utilitarianism, realism, and formalism in the left hand side. In the right hand side, or part B, you can say, or part A, you can say anyone. A, excessive adherence to prescribed forms. B, the attitude or practice of accepting a situation and as it is and being prepared to deal with it accordingly. C, the doctrine that action are right if they are useful or for the benefit of a majority. D, the pursuit of pleasure, sensual self-indulgence. Now you match it. A, 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. B, 1B, 2C, 3D, 4A. C, 1D, 2C, 3B, 4A. D, 1C, 2D, 3A, 4B. Which is the correct sequence?
Sir,
I
B1B.
think B one, sir. B, sir. Second one.
Wrong.
Option A, sir.
Wrong. See,
Option C, sir. Option
is
C.
option C is the right answer. See, feedback, hedonism, pursuit of the pleasure, sensual self-indulgence. Utilitarianism, the doctrine that the actions are right if they are useful for the benefit of the majority. Realism, the attitude or practice accepting the situation and it is being prepared to deal with accordingly. Formalism, excessive adherence to prescribed forms. Now again the 39th, match the following form, part A and definition from part B. Yes. In the part A, Austin, Bentham, Hobbes, Salmon. Part B, law may be defined as the body of the principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. B, the law is a command addressed to one formally obliged to obey. C, a law is a good or bad, depending upon the whether it is or not, it increased general happiness of the population. And the D, law is a command of the sovereign backed by the sanction. And which is 1A, 2B, 3C,
Option A,
4D,
sir.
1B, 2A, 3D, 4C, 1D, 2C, 3B, 4A, 1C, 2B, 3D, 4A.
Option A, sir.
Wrong. Shoot.
Option C, sir.
Option C is the right answer. Austin says, law is a command of the sovereign backed by the sanction. And Bentham says, a law is a good or bad depending upon the whether pragmatism it is, utilitarianism, whether or not in increased general happiness of the people. Hobbes, the law is a command addressed to one formally obliged to obey the commander. Salmon, the law may be defined as the body of the principle recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. Then 48th question. Read anyone?
One of the sources of law or legislations, which means dash in Latin.
Legislation, which means in Latin, A, rule making, B, regulation making, C option, section making, D option, command making.
A, sir, rule making.
A is the right answer. It is a rule making, not regulation, not command, not anything. So 41, that is the answer for that one. Now let us see the 41st question. Read anyone?
Customs from another important part of the law. These have been carried down from generation to generation and have been in practice since time, unlimited, infinite, immemorial, since long.
Option C, sir.
You are right. Because the practice of the custom should be immemorial, not unlimited, not infinite, not since long. The word exact word is immemorial. So 42nd question, type of the presidents, which one among them is not right? All three are presidents, but one is not a president. A, the declaratory and original appeal. B, persuading. C, absolutely authoritative. D, conditionally authoritative.
D, sir.
B.
No, declaratory and original
Conditionally.
appeal is there in the presidents, is a type of the presidents. Absolutely
It's option
authority
B,
also
sir.
there in the type of the presidents. And conditionally
B, sir.
authoritative also there in the presidents.
It's option B.
Then what is their answer?
Persuading. Option B.
Not persuading, that is. Actually, it is a persuasive. Persuasive,
Persuasive.
also type of the president. But instead of writing
I have that.
persuasive, I write persuading. See,
Sir, I have doubt. Shall I ask?
yes, please.
సార్ ప్రెసిడెంట్స్ అంటే ఒకసారి చెప్పరా సార్ ఏంటి ఒకసారి
Precedent అంటే అర్థం, suppose a case is decided in a fact and it is The same type of the case comes in the future. The same type of the case facts come in the future. They say we need not to again trial the cases because that same type of the case
Repeat,
already
sir.
we decided, hence it is a precedent. We can use as a
अच्छा
precedent.
రిపీట్ అయింది కదా
Yes.
రిపీట్ అయినట్ట సార్ అది
Repeat అవుతుంది కదండి. Same facts, the same again. We need not to do again the same thing because that already decided that case law. So that would be the precedent to these facts. So it need not be tried. Either is in that case what happened, the same thing is going to happen here. That is called precedent. And all the precedents are persuasive value. There is no demanding that the judge should have to follow it, but judge definitely will convince it because he has shown the example of with the decided cases, and hence generally they will consider it. That's why you say all the cases which are supporting is a persuasive value. Okay, next is 43rd question. Nature of judicial precedents, which is one statement among the four. Judicial precedents. I wrote the total A, B, C, D, but one is false, but the three are correct. They must be purely constitutive and not abrogative in nature. Hence, while judicial decisions can make the law, it cannot alter it. B, when there is a settled rule of law, the judge must adhere to the same. C, a judge cannot substitute their opinion for the established rule of law and make a decision based on what they think should be happening, should have happened, or could have happened. And D, the function of the president is not limited to supplying the vacancies of the legal systems by filling up with a new law that gaps that exist. Three are judicial precedents, but one is not a judicial precedent. And what is that?
Option C, sir.
Option D.
Option C.
No, option D.
Option B.
DOG
When there
dog.
is a settled rule of law, the judge must adhere to the same. Judge can alter it, no, sir.
DOG dog. D, the function of the president is intentionally kept not. NOT not. The third question, the D, fourth question, fourth answer, where the cursor I am moving.
जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्छल जलधि तरंग
तव शुभ नाम जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद। सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा।